Hey guys, this is Anthony Morganti. I am MrPhotographer.com. Last night I got an email from Topaz Labs saying they updated Denoise AI to version 3.0.2, and they said that this newest version of Denoise includes, of course, bug fixes. They have a new process engine that is much faster, and they've improved the low light mode so that you have more details in the darkest areas. So what I did before I updated this morning, I took this image. It was shot with a Nikon Z7 II with an ISO of 12,800. And if I zoom in on it, you'll see that there is a considerable amount of noise. And I took it over into the previous version of Denoise. I did not update my Denoise yet, and I have it here. And I just used the default auto settings, so I didn't fiddle with anything. I kind of wanted to compare apples to apples. So I came up with this noise reduced image. You can see it did a pretty good job just at the default settings. Now I updated my Denoise AI, and I have the original raw file. So now we're going to send this original raw file into the newest version of Denoise AI, that is 3.0.2. I'm going to just right click right on the image. I'm going to go down to edit in, and we're going to go over to Topaz Denoise AI. And we're going to use the settings of TIFF, ProPhoto RGB, 16 bits per component, resolution of 360 without any compression, and I'll click edit. And you're going to see over on the left-hand side that Lightroom is creating this TIFF file with those specifications, and it's going to open it up into Denoise AI. Now I have my Denoise AI set up with the 4-panel view so that we could see all 3 different modes of noise suppression. That is the Denoise AI mode, the AI clear mode, and the low light mode. And I have them all set to auto. And this is the low light mode now in the latest version of Denoise. Just looking at it, it looks like there's a lot more noise in it. So we're trying to compare apples to apples. So I'm going to just click apply. And they did speed it up. I mean, it is way faster now. For those of you that were complaining about it being really slow to process a photo, that's one thing they did improve in this version of Denoise. So you'll see it will hopefully finish soon. It'll open back up into Lightroom. And here is now the latest version of Denoise noise reduction. And I'm going to try to then just go to the next image. Hopefully it'll be zoomed in the exact same spot. No, it isn't. Of course not. So what we'll do is we'll go up to View, Lock Zoom Position. There we go. Now let's try it. Here is the latest version of Denoise. Here is the older version of Denoise. Now the oldest version, as I mentioned, I only had it set on auto settings, so I didn't fiddle with anything. I would have typically in real life came in and fiddled with this to make it look better. But there is the latest version of Denoise. There is the previous version of Denoise. Now that, again, that is the low light mode that they supposedly worked on. They didn't do anything to the other 2 modes, the Denoise AI mode and the AI clear mode. Those have remained unchanged, but they've ruined the low light mode. Now, personally, I found, even with the previous low light mode, that often the Denoise AI mode still worked better. So this probably won't affect me much, to tell you the honest to God truth. So if I do have a low light image, probably I would estimate 4 out of 5 times, I would probably just use the Denoise AI mode. But that 1 out of 5 times that low light mode does seem to work better, but not anymore. Just period. I mean, it just isn't better anymore. I mean, and here's the original raw file. There's the original raw file. There's the newest version of Denoise AI. Again, I just had auto settings. I didn't fiddle with it, all right? And there is the older version of Denoise AI with auto settings. So maybe if I fiddled with it, moved sliders around, I could have improved it. But just right out of the box, it just doesn't seem to be as good as the previous version. And I'm pretty disappointed in it. to tell the honest to God's truth. And, maybe they don't consider this a low light image. I don't know. But I don't know. Your comments, let me know below what you think about it. And anyway, that's it. I'll talk to you guys soon.